Hey guys, it's Kristen and Bethany here with Girl Defined Ministries, and in today's vlog, we're gonna be talking about 8 book goals for every Christian girl. So when we were both about like 13, 14, we were introduced to some really awesome Christian books. And I think at that time is when both of us really grew like a love for reading. And we both worked in a bookstore, which made it really easy to like a Christian bookstore. And we were able to access tons of books. And because we worked
great deals
yeah,
too.
we got them like at base price. So our parents were like, sure, we want to get you all the books that you need because it costs like nothing. And from that point until now, our love for reading has grown so much because we've seen the way that books have shaped our minds and really impacted our lives to live more for God's glory and to understand how to live our lives as women. And just, I think we felt so encouraged reading books, realizing like, wow, there are other people out there that are pushing us in this direction. Like when we were younger, we're like, it's not just our parents. So because we've been so impacted by books, that's why we are writing books, and that's why we want to recommend some of our favorite books to you. So in this vlog, we're going to recommend some of the eight books that we read this past year in hopes to encourage you and really challenge you to dig in this year. So we're going to be flying through these 8 books, so listen fast. The first book that I want to recommend is a book called Finally Free, Fighting for Purity with the Power of Grace. And this is actually a book that my entire church went through. We did a book study on this just to equip ourselves in the area of sexual purity and helping ourselves, helping others find freedom in this area if you're struggling. So I love this book because it is filled with Christ-centered ways to find freedom from sexual bondage. It's filled with grace, direction, and practical tips to help you truly finally be free. Okay, and book number 2 is Radical by David Platt. Taking Back Your Faith from the American Dream. This is actually a book I just finished. I feel like I should have read it years ago, but it's really good. It's just like a perspective, a different perspective, taking our, like basically kind of getting out of this world and saying, wow, I'm a Christian. I need to have a Christ-centered perspective of this life. This isn't my eternal home. So it's just a really good check for you to say, okay, what am I putting my hope in? What am I putting my entire heart into? Is it in Christ and eternity, or is it in this world? So Radical by David Platt, huge recommendation. And our next recommendation is Letters to a Romantic on Dating by Sean Perrone and Spencer Harmon. This book just came out. It's a new release, and I've actually gone through this with several people already, several single girls. If you're single and you want a really practical book on dating, relationships, each chapter it digs into really specific, really practical things and just gives you snippets. So it's not a hard read. It's pretty thin, but one that I really recommend for singles. And the next book, which is kind of funny to me since I'm not the married one, is The Meaning of Marriage, Facing the Complexities of Commitment with the Wisdom of God by Timothy Keller. Now, this one is not exactly for the faint of heart. It's a bit thick, a little hard to get into. She hasn't actually finished it, and she's the married one. I went through it this past summer. I actually read it about twice because it just completely transformed my perspective of what marriage really is. And as a girl who wants to get married, I just felt like I needed like a refresh. Like, what is God's design? What does he have to say about it? And it really changed my perspective for the better. I feel so much more excited and equipped to get married one day because of The Meaning of Marriage. So whether you're single, in a relationship, or married, I cannot recommend The Meaning of Marriage enough. My next recommendation actually comes from an audiobook. So audiobooks are so popular right now, and Christian audio is one of my favorite places to listen to them. We both love audiobooks. So if reading is more of a challenge for you, the good news is that basically all books are turning into audiobooks. So you can listen to them while you're exercising, driving, whatever. So I've listened to more audiobooks, honestly, than I've even read books this year because it's just so easy and convenient. But one of the ones I read this year that I listened to that I loved is called 12 Ways Your Phone is Changing You by Tony Rink, not sure how to say that last name. 12 Ways Your Phone is Changing You. Now, if you want a little conviction, if you feel like your phone is kind of owning you and you're addicted, you're obsessed, you need it every second, if you lost it, your life would be over. Sometimes I can feel that way. This audiobook or book will help you understand how it's changing you and how to not allow your phone to control you, but how to keep it in its proper place in this day and age of technology. And my next recommendation is still a physical copy of a book. Good old fashioned book. Letters to My Daughters, The Art of Being a Wife by Barbara Rainey. And she is just an awesome woman, an awesome example, someone to just learn from. And what I feel like this book is I feel like it's Titus 2 in a book. It's basically an older woman who is pouring her heart into this book and saying, here's everything you need to know. It's really practical. It's in letter form. And so it's just a really adorable, fun read because the book is so cute. You want to keep reading it. It's gorgeous, but the advice is just so practical. You almost feel like it's a mom sitting across from you saying, hey, here's what I've learned over the years. Here's what went well. Here's what went wrong. So you feel like just kind of warm and cozy, like you want a cup of coffee to be snuggled up as you read this book. So Letters to My Daughters, The Art of Being a Wife.
And my next recommendation is, again, an audiobook. And this one, I think it was like a free download. They were running a deal. And so I downloaded it, not really thinking it was going to be anything great. And it really made a big impact on me. It's called Know Why You Believe, Connecting Faith and Reason by Paul E. Little. So this book, it was kind of technical, but I loved it, honestly, because it really helped me understand why I believe what I believe. If you've grown up in the church, if you're a Christian, if you've grown up in the church and you're like, yeah, Jesus, resurrection, evidence, facts, science, like it all works, but you don't really know why you believe it. Like you couldn't back up your faith with reason. This is one of those books that gives all of the backup, the historical, archaeological, scientific, all of the facts to back up what Christianity is and how it really is true using all different angles of evidence. So Know Why You Believe is a book that will really help your faith just become more solid.
And my final recommendation is actually an audiobook. I listen to a lot of audiobooks as well. And this one is different than all the others that we've recommended. It's more of a story, and it's called Hope Heals, a true story of overwhelming loss and an overcoming love by Catherine and Jay Wolf. And now this is just a story of a young couple who went through some serious heartache and tragedy and now have an incredible ministry and are serving the Lord in incredible ways, kind of as a result of this heartache and this tragedy. And for me, it was just kind of a wake-up call to say like, wow, I can get so ungrateful, so in my own bubble, and just so self-consumed sometimes. And this, seeing their life and just them opening up and giving me a peek inside what really goes on and what really goes on in someone's life who's striving to serve the Lord, but who has experienced so much suffering, was just really convicting and challenging. So if you're looking for something that's kind of an easy read, but you want to really feel just challenged and convicted to live more fully for Christ, I really recommend Hope Heals.
We said we only had 8 books to recommend, but we saved the best for last. We actually have a book that we highly recommend that we are so excited to tell you about, and it is, drum roll,
this is a big deal.
This is a really big deal. Love Defined, Embracing God's Vision for Lasting Love and Satisfying Relationships by Kristen Clark and Bethany Baird. So this is actually a book we have been working on for this entire year, and it's not out yet, but pre-orders will start soon, and it's set to release to the public on May 1st of 2018. This is a book that we cannot tell you how excited we are about it. It is all about God's beautiful plan for love, sex, romance, how to navigate your love life, relationships, crushes, red flags to look for in relationships. Guy friends, what to do if you're single, how to thrive in your singleness, and how to plan smart now to lay a strong foundation for your future marriage. We share our personal stories. We dive into everything love and romance, and we cannot wait for you to read this. So this is one of our most exciting favorite recommendations for 2018. Keep your eyes peeled. Love Defined will be releasing pre-order soon and then coming out officially on May 1st.
Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from us, you can subscribe to our channel below because we post new videos every Wednesday.
Favorite books in 2018.
So if you...
I can't do it anymore because I'm trying to talk so fast. I'm trying to go so fast because we're in such a big hurry and Dad's waiting for me at Tricky's.
Oh, no, he was at home.
Okay.
Start over.
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't. That's okay. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
We're not doing that one again.
Okay. I know.
This will be funny. I'll be like, I don't want to recommend one.
Oh, that's really funny. I'll take your recommendation.
Yes, it's really good.
Hey.
Okay, George, why?
I was looking at you because I thought you were thinking more.
No.
Always ready.
Y'all, we cannot thank those of you who have supported us on Patreon enough. We are so incredibly grateful for those of you who have already linked arms with us saying, yes, we are excited about the message of God-defined womanhood. We are excited about this YouTube channel. We want to see it keep continuing on. We are so grateful, but we haven't quite reached our goals yet, and there's still room to grow. And so we want to invite you to come along with us on this journey and in just really small ways. So you can basically donate like $1 a video for our YouTube videos, which comes out to like $4 a month, a super, super, super easy way for you to link arms with us, but it makes the biggest impact. Like seriously, every time someone supports us on Patreon, we're like, oh, we got another patron. we're so excited. We literally look at the name. We're so excited. We see each and every one of you. So we're just asking you to come alongside of us and partner with us in this way because it really will make the hugest impact. So go to patreon.com/girldefined. I'll link it below. That's Patreon, patreon.com/girldefined to link arms with us and support us in that way.